I'm a born of the Emerald Isles, from a long line of proud Irish sons and daughters. I'm a tough, hardy, and bull-headed like the Scotch from the Highlands.
Am I proud, patriotic, and strong like the men of Mother Russia? Or does any of that matter at all? Perhaps it's more of a question of what I do rather than where I'm from, or who I'm with rather than how I am. Or perhaps it's none of that at all. Perhaps I am who I say I am. I am who I say I am. I take that from the philosophical "I think, therefore I am" quote, and thank the great Descartes and his surely stressful journey into what reality really is. I know I am a man solely by my birth. I know that I'm a man of God by my beliefs, but besides that, I am who I say I am. If someone were to look at me, I'm sure they'd put me into several categories of their own. Nerd, geek, outcast, weirdo, lovable oaf, and the list goes on and on. But I don't like to fit myself in confined lifestyles that dictate how I live. I see myself as a ball of energy in a cosmic void. I, as said above, exhibit properties of X, Y, and Z, but I don't fit myself into them and dedicate my life in that cast. I have a thinking that I can be whatever I choose in whatever given day. If I want to be a jock, I'll work out and do sports things. Right. And if I want to be a nerd, I'll place the most holy of headsets and game for a while, or talk about Star Wars for God knows how long. If I want to be a psychologist, I warn my patients that I don't have a degree and make sure I'm not liable before I help them out. Legal stuff. It's simply my mindset that allows me to be me. I will consent. It is a vague and open concept, probably something that could be debated for years in philosophical circles. But that's the beauty of it. I have constructed a new philosophical analysis of reality that allows me to be me. It's what Descartes, Plato, Aristotle, and many other philosophers did to help them understand their own reality. And, as all good philosophical ideas are created, there is a but in my theory. I acknowledge the fact that I tend to stay in one or two areas of the societal constructs, such as nerd, geek, etc. And while I do acknowledge where I stay comfortable, I also acknowledge what I am not, such as a jock, athletic, etc. It's simply I've given myself the ability to explore other areas that I'm not familiar with, so if I choose to explore them. I will also concede that this didn't just come out of nowhere. My parents helped us along, always telling me I can be what I choose and they'd support it. They planted this seed of creativity, but what spurred this thinking was the philosophical theory sprung from the philosophy class I'm taking right now, just a few doors down from here. In that class, I learned a great deal of information about how many people from history explained reality so they could merely keep existing in a state of sanity. I can't do that. I'm glad they could figure it out. I'm much like these great philosophical minds of the past, as I have contributed my 2 cents on reality as well. With this theory I have created, I use it to help my friends out of self-constructed ruts. I tell them they can choose their destiny even if the choice is probably terrible. I tell many people that they don't have to be what society says they are. They can be. They can exist. They can live. Now, some people see a long, dark, dreary hallway with a golden door at the end of it, while I see doors everywhere. No walls, no darkness, just doors scattered around a hillside. Open a door, see where it leads, go around a door, comment on how it's made, kick a door down. It doesn't matter. Just do what allows you to live is what I'm trying to say. Now, I've done quite a bit of talking about myself and my personal philosophy, but it applies to everyone else too. Yes, I'm aware of stereotypes, and I do admittedly indulge in them when encountering someone new because it's what I've been experienced to throughout my entire life. But I also see and recognize the fact that people don't have to be what they are if they come out of their fortifications. I've seen too many people to know that some popular girls who hang out with the makeup and beauty clique secretly want to binge game the latest Fallout 4. Likewise, I've seen guys who look like your average nerd want to be the next high school football star, and they can't because they look like your average Poindexter. What scares me about news people is their inability to leave their prison for the comfort of their shackled life. Take the popular girl, for example. If I wanted to talk about said Fallout 4, but she was with her friends, I'd be shunned and shooed away. Take away the prison cell, the friends, and we have a whole new situation. I knew she liked the game beforehand, but in the societal construct, it was a threat to her position and had to be expelled. Which leaves me alone and wondering what I did wrong, but I love meeting new people all the same. It's because new people fascinate me. What I love hearing from people is what drives them to wake up in the morning. What gets them from point A to point B. And I also love hearing about the day they had, what made them laugh or cry, because it's truly interesting to me. I invest in the other person because they deserve that. And I always appreciate the variety I get from the variety of people I meet. It's never the same, and I love it. I also love being surprised. I know someone can look like a nerd but be the coolest person alive, and I have to reprimand myself when I start sorting people into categories because, as I said, I will always be surprised. This leads me to my final point on the matter: cultural appreciation and awareness. Being aware of other people's culture allows for integration of a society. It allows for people to come together and be friends based on what everyone likes and dislikes. Groups of like-minded individuals form, sure, but those groups of like-minded individuals can also accept other groups and be friendly with them as well, as each person realizes that any other person can add to the strengths of the whole. This sounds easy to accomplish and almost sounds like utopia, correct? Well, good old human nature always stands in the way. So, until we can overcome ourselves, it's not going to happen. I suppose, in the end, I am what I say I am envelops a whole many things. I am built up by other people and their culture while continuing to build up others with my own culture. I show people a different way of life as they show me new lifestyles as well. I am a conglomerate of many people's thoughts, ideas, and cultures, as are many other people, because that's what humans do best. We use each other to build up the tower of humanity, to become better.